special report.
We're going to try not being too long-winded about this subject and the feud between us and the Button Bashers, but we feel like you need to know a little bit of the backstory to kind of wrap your head around what's going on here. So we found their channel a while back, and it's a two-man setup, and so we kind of gravitated towards what they were doing.
It was sweet seeing another channel that is kind of like us, and when we found their channel, we loved their content. We gave them nothing but support and love, and how do they repay us? They stab us in the back and they hack one of our videos just out of the blue, and we're like, what in the world?
Yeah, so we had a top 5 garage sale tips episode, and it was towards the beginning of April. And just out of the blue, you know, they decided to invade gaming off the grid, and we're just gonna roll the footage, so check it out.
Let's move on to number 3.
The Button Bashers here. We've been watching your channel for a while. You think you're better than us? I've got news for you. You're not.
And one thing, if you care for a beer, make sure it's a proper beer. Newcastle Brown Ale. None of this Iowa crap.
Nice. We're here to challenge us. If you think you're man enough to take us on, bring it on.
So there you have it. There was the first strike by the Button Bashers. They drew first blood, so please keep that in perspective here. You know, I'm not necessarily proud of the fact that we have circled the wagons here at GOTG and we have retaliated, but I mean, goddamn, you know, you got two guys that invade our space and then they say a proper beer like Newcastle Brown Ale and trash like Des Moines IPA.
Yeah, they smack talk our beer, and it's like, first off, Newcastle Brown Ale sucks.
So we went to the drawing board and we had a little bit of a rebuttal, and this is what it was.
The following interruption was brought to you by Gaming Off the Grid.
Can you even believe this? Button Bashers, you have crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed.
You've broken down walls that cannot be rebuilt.
You hacked our YouTube account.
You corrupt a video.
The only thing, Button Bashers, one can hope, and the only thing that one can pray, is when you lay your pretty little heads on your pillows at night, you know that you, Button Bashers, drew first blood.
Do you realize
what you have done? Wow, watching that footage back, that's two pissed off guys right there.
Yeah, we don't get like that very often. We're usually like fun video game beer drinking dudes, but when people come and hack our stuff, it boils our blood, and that's what we can do. So
yeah, and the thing is like we're all about positive vibes, and you know, we're very loving people. We just want to build this community, and it really kind of you know, chapped our hide, if you will, that someone would underscore that, take advantage of it, and you know, hack our channel. So that was our rebuttal. We were hoping to kind of put it to bed at that point, and then like a boomerang, we get smacked in the face a little bit later on in the following month with this. And the next game I want to talk about is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyper Stone.
It's good to see you little pussies have grown a set. You learn how to use the Google machine and hack our channel. Big whoop. We're not going to report you because we're not little grasses.
Nice. We didn't think it'd be so easy to get inside your head, to get you so rattled. But we're there. Every time you close your eyes, we're the only two people you're going to see. We're still waiting for you to pick this game. You pick the game, we choose the match type. Our rules. Bring it on.
So there you have it, the old put the ball in our court approach. But you know what? Psychological warfare is the name of our game. And to this day, we have yet to decide the game that we're going to play because we don't want them to know. But behind the scenes, we've been practicing.
yeah,
And we're gonna.
we know the game.
We know the game. This is taking us to darker places than we tend to dwell in. But you know what? When you're down there, it brings out some
It
really...
brings out the demons.
Yeah. And so this is our rebuttal. Here we go again. Once again, you have hacked our YouTube account. But you know what? This time we really don't care because things are just starting to get fun.
And all the viewers out there watching this inferior two-man channel, why are you wasting your time?
All you viewers need to come over to Gaming Off the Grid. But you know what? You don't have to take our word for it.
If you want to know about beer, wrestling games, or gaming, you've got to check out Gaming Off the Grid.
Oh yeah! The game has already been chosen, boys.
There's not a wrestling game out there that we could not kick your ass in.
But what are we playing? Well, that would be too easy now, wouldn't it? I guess you're just gonna have to find out, Button Bashers, in due time. In due time. So that was the final strike. We have yet to hear anything from the Button Bashers. I think we kind of put a lid on them with that because you know what? Eric Bischoff is on the GOTG crew.
Yes, WCW. How can you beat that? You can't.
You know, it's been a crazy journey through this YouTube world that we're starting to learn how to navigate. But the shit that the Button Bashers is trying to pull, this is just, no channel should have to deal with this.
No, it's childish. And
Yeah.
it's just like, stop. We just want to be friends. It's past that point now. I don't think we can ever be friends with them.
Yep, it's went to a dark place, and it's going to end in our favor, and I assure you that. Hopefully we tied up all the loose ends that you as the viewer may have, as these interruptions and things have been kind of scattered to the wind, and maybe a little incoherent if you're just watching an episode here and there. So we want to bring you up to speed as to what's going on, and you know who the true villain is in this story, and it's definitely the Button Bashers.
We did nothing wrong. Like, we were just over here trying to be, you know, a YouTuber, and they freaking attack us.
Yeah, and we extended the hand of friendship to them first, and then they drew first blood. So please keep all of that in mind. Now, on a positive note, let's talk about the beer that we're drinking today, which is by a brewery that we are very fond of. I want to let you start with the Lagunitas Dark Swan.
It's a dark, sour ale, and we've said multiple times, Exile does a phenomenal job at sours, and they set the bar so high that a lot of sours kind of disappoint me.
Yeah.
This one, I'm going to say right now, does not disappoint me. It's really good. It's not super soury. It does have a sour taste to it, but I love sours, so I do wish it was a little bit more soury, but it's really enjoyable. I really enjoy this beer.
Yeah, this is a part of their one-off series, so I'm assuming we will not see this again. So if you see it in stores, pick it up. It's called One-Off Series, which would make me think it's a one-off. But anyways, Lagunitas makes a great product, a dark sour. I didn't know what to expect, and it's very rare for me to taste a beer, and I think for you as well, and I'm like, I've never had anything like this.
Yeah.
This is a very unique experience. I think the time of year that we're in, we're spring rolling into summer, the weather's pretty nice outside. You know, you got the occasional dark crashing thunderstorms coming down. This really just feels like this time of year. I don't know if that's why they released it now or what.
Perfectly, because it's refreshing, but it also kind of is darkish. And oh man, Lagunitas did a great job.
Yeah, Tom and Lacey over at Do You Nerd, you've started diving down that road of sour beers. You definitely need to pick this one up
before it goes away.
Yeah, we'll try grabbing some for you so we can hook you up with it next time we cross paths. But anyway, shitty situation with the Button Bashers. And a damn good beer.
And a good beer.
So you know what? That kind of levels out a little bit. We appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit us up on the socials if you have any more questions about the feud between the Button Bashers and GOTG. And we'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Off the Grid.